Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the faculty and staff of Volusia Online Learning. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Please welcome Volusia Online Learning's graduating class of 2025. Volusia Online Learning proudly presents the class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors by the Mainland High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard, the Pledge of Allegiance by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Journey Smith, and the playing of the National Anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good afternoon, graduates, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, and friends. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you to the 2025 Volusia Online Learning Commencement Ceremony. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the honored guests that are present on the platform with us this afternoon. Seating on the stage from left to right, School Board Member representing District 4, Ms. Donna Broseman. School Board Member representing District 3, Mrs. Jessie Thompson. School Board Vice Chairman representing District 2, Mrs. Krista Goodrich. School Board Member representing District 5, Mr. Ruben Colon. School Board Chairman representing District 1, Mrs. Jamie Haynes. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Carmen Balgobin. Our Valedictorian, Ms. Gabrielle Gargard. Our Salutatorian, Ms. Sophia Hazelbaker. Our Senior Class Representative, Ms. Annalise Gonzalez. Our Executive Director of Graduation Assurance and Student Services, Mr. Mike McAuliffe. The Director of Secondary Schools, Mr. William Reeser. The Executive Director of Secondary Schools, Dr. Tamara Drayton. Our Assistant Principal, Mrs. Melissa Shaw. Our Curriculum and Instruction Specialist, Mrs. Amy Irvin. And our High School Counseling Director, Mrs. Vicki Hamlin. So good afternoon, graduates, families, and friends, and esteemed guests. Together we gather to celebrate the incredible achievements of the class of 2025. 62 dedicated, resilient, and accomplished students who have met and exceeded the rigorous requirements set forth by the state of Florida, Volusia County Schools, and Volusia Online Learning. Each of you has traveled a unique path to reach this moment, and your success is nothing short of inspiring. Let's take a moment to highlight some of the incredible accomplishments of this graduating class. 31% of our graduating class are graduating with honors, maintaining a GPA of 3.5 or higher. 15% have a GPA over 4.0. One of our graduates even has earned his Associate of Science degree from Daytona State College. 6 or 10% of our graduating class have completed high school early, with 4 graduating a full year ahead of schedule. 3 students have earned the Florida Seal of Biliteracy, and 61%, or 38 of our graduates, have earned the Industry Scholar designation. In addition, 11 have achieved the prestigious Scholar designation. Altogether, these amazing students have accumulated over 1,500 community service hours. These numbers tell a story of commitment, ambition, and perseverance, but the numbers alone do not capture their journey. Students, you have faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and paved your own way through an educational experience unlike any other. High school is often described as a discovery, growth, and change, but for you, it has been that and more. You have thrived in the virtual world, learning from home, managing deadlines, exploring new platforms, and making education entirely your own. And what's remarkable is that your success wasn't determined by the walls of a classroom, but by your drive, your resilience, and your ability to adapt. But let's not forget that no one succeeds alone, and today we're also celebrating the unwavering support of your families, teachers, counselors, mentors, and friends who stood beside you throughout this journey. Your achievements are a testament to their encouragement and belief in you. And now you stand at the threshold of a new adventure. Whether your next steps lead you to college, careers, military service, or something yet to be determined, know this: you have already proven your ability to meet challenges head-on. You are pioneers of a new educational era and equipped with the skills to take charge of your future. So with that, I send you off with the immortal words of Dr. Seuss. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kids, you'll move mountains. Congratulations, class of 2025.
At this time, I have the honor of recognizing our Fox graduates who have earned their Associate of Science degree. Would these outstanding students please stand now to be recognized? Congratulations. We would also like to recognize and honor our Foxes that have enlisted to bravely serve our country in the military. Any current members of the military or military veterans here with us this afternoon, please stand to be recognized. And thank you for your service. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to recognize one of our outstanding seniors, Annalise Corinne Gonzalez. She is graduating with a GPA of 4.2407. Annie plans to continue attending Daytona State College to earn her Associate of Arts degree and then transfer to another institution to pursue a degree in something related to the arts. Annie's hobbies and interests include art, drawing, painting, baking, knitting, and crocheting. She also loves her orange cat named Kitty. Annie is the daughter of Sarah and Luis Gonzalez. Would the family please stand to be recognized as we celebrate Annie? Annie, would you please join me at the podium?
Hello, fellow graduates of VOL's class of 2025. My name is Annie, and it's really cool to get to talk to you. Although we didn't go through the traditional high school experience, and I don't know any of you through shared lunch tables or passing hallway glances, we're united through a common experience. All of us chose this path of online school for our own reasons. whether you needed a more flexible schedule for work or family, a more focused environment, or just a fresh start. No matter the reason, all of our paths led us to virtual schooling, where we have had to learn to change and adapt to the very different circumstances online school offers. My transition to online school happened when I lost my hair to an autoimmune disease called alopecia. Up until that point, I had always been good at school and even enjoyed going. After my hair loss, though, that feeling was gone. Being at school made me feel out of place and vulnerable. Lucky for me, I had a very supportive family who suggested that I try online school. I was afraid at first that doing online school would make me feel even worse, but after being a full-time VOL student for a little while now, I can gladly say that it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Virtual school made it possible for me to feel safe again when I thought of education. It helped me so much during the most difficult time of my life to be able to grow without the limitations of my insecurities to hold me back. But honestly, as much as I needed that rescue, that's not why I decided to stay with VOL. Online learning isn't and shouldn't be just an escape. For me, it was so much more than that. It was freedom to build my schedule to my needs, spend more time with family, and most importantly, to sleep in more. It allowed me the space not only to grow at my own pace, but to learn to love learning again. So no, we didn't always have classrooms or crowded hallways, but all of us still found ways to grow. And it wasn't always obvious, but somewhere between the DBAs and written assignments, we became more independent, more thoughtful, and more capable people. Every one of us made the decision each day to take a strange and unfamiliar environment and make something meaningful with it. And that alone is something to be proud of. Finishing high school looked different for all of us, but we faced similar struggles. We had to learn how to stay motivated without the usual structure, how to focus without the noise, and how to show up even when no one was watching. That kind of resilience doesn't always get celebrated, but it's real. We weren't isolated, we were independent, and that independence has shaped who we've become. And again, even though I don't know any of you personally, we have all found strength in the same experience. Our shared resilience has brought us together today in ways that go beyond the classroom. And as we step into the future, it will be that resilience that guides us. So congratulations, everyone. We should all be proud of ourselves and happy that we never have to do another GBA again. But seriously, graduating high school is a really big deal. For most of us, it was a constant uphill battle, but we pushed through the challenges and got it done anyway. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of the crowd of strangers sitting in front of me. No matter where our lives take us, we can all say that we did it. We finished high school, and I hope that you plan to carry that pride with you for the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Next, I would like to recognize our class of 2025 Salutatorian, Sophia Hazelbaker. Sophia is graduating with a GPA of 4.3839. She will be attending the University of South Florida, St. Petersburg campus to seek a degree in criminology. Sophia's hobbies and interests include earning a brown belt in karate, as well as collecting vinyl and CDs. Somehow, between work and school, she also has a passion for fishing. Sophia is the daughter of Sandy and Tim Hazelbaker. Would the family please stand to be recognized as we celebrate Sophia? Sophia, if you would please join me at the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone, students, families, teachers, and staff. It is an honor to stand before you today as a representative of the Volusia Online Learning Class of 2025. Though we didn't walk the traditional hallways or sit in the same classrooms, we shared something equally meaningful: the discipline, drive, and dedication it takes to succeed in an online learning environment. Volusia Online Learning gave us the flexibility to learn at our own pace, and in doing so, it taught us something even more valuable: how to be in charge of our own growth. Online learning challenged us to be self-motivated and balance our own responsibilities. We became our own time managers, problem solvers, and biggest motivators. To our teachers, thank you. You weren't just educators, you were our guides, mentors, and constant sources of encouragement. Even through a screen, your support was real and constant. I want to give a special thank you to Mrs. Horn, who has been the most welcoming and caring teacher I could ask for throughout the time I've spent with her over the years. She's inspired me and pushed me to be the best student I can be, even when some things are out of my comfort zone. She has a true passion for helping her students, and it shows. To our families, you are our support systems throughout the years, encouraging us to work hard day in and day out. Thank you for standing by us through it all. And to my fellow graduates, we did it. Whether you were logging in at sunrise or midnight, balancing work life and school, or overcoming personal struggles, you showed up, and that shows everything about your character. As we close this chapter and move on to new ones, college, careers, adventures, never forget the strength it took to get here. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Finally, I would like to recognize our senior class of 2025 valedictorian, Gabrielle Destiny Gargard. Gabrielle is graduating with a GPA of 4.4259. She plans to finish her Associate of Arts degree through Daytona State College and transfer to the University of Central Florida to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. Gabrielle's hobbies and interests include learning different languages, baking, and painting. Gabrielle is the daughter of Lakeisha Lane and Emmanuel Gargard. Would the family please stand to be recognized as we celebrate Gabrielle? Gabrielle, if you'd please join us at the podium.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, friends, family, and faculty. It is an honor to speak to all of you today as we celebrate this occasion. To my fellow graduates, we made it. Completing high school is a huge achievement, but doing it online is especially unique in itself. Regardless of how we arrived at this point, we all embarked on an online journey and persevered. We accomplished every obstacle we faced and are now able to move on to the next chapters of our lives. Regardless of whether your next chapter involves college, military service, or another path, it is natural to have questions about your future. It is perfectly acceptable to reflect on what you want to do with your life, as making decisions at 17 or 18 years old can be quite challenging. Just continue to pursue your dream and embrace the unknown as best as you can. I do want to take a moment to express my gratitude towards the people who have supported us throughout this journey. Thank you to the teachers, administrators, counselors, family, and friends who would not be where we are without you guys. I would like to also extend my sincere gratitude specifically to my mother, bonus mother, father, and sisters. To my parents, thank you for your encouragement, guidance, and patience throughout my journey. I am greatly indebted to all three of you. Thank you also to my sister. I am certainly indebted to her, as she has been a constant source of support in all components of my life. Looking back, online learning has taught us more than just academics. It explores independence, time management, which I was never good at, and how to navigate challenging situations. From battling Wi-Fi problems to navigating live lessons for each class you take, we learned how to adapt to the obstacle and move past it. As we conclude this phase and embark on the next, let's reflect on the efforts that brought us here and apply them to wherever our future endeavors take us. I am incredibly proud of how far we all have come and the resilience we have developed throughout all of our school years. To conclude this speech, I would like to share this quote. The future is yours to create, so why not make it a masterpiece? Today is the first brushstroke on our blank canvases. There is much more to add. Class of 2025, I wish you all the best and congratulations.
Well, thank you, Gabrielle, Sophia, and Annie. You guys are great representatives of VOL and what we do here. Congratulations, students. I want to once again invite our Assistant Principal, Melissa Shaw, to the podium to conduct senior roll call when we recognize the students from the class of 2025. At this time, I ask members of the school board and district leadership to join us on the stage for awarding the diplomas for the class of 2025. Family and friends of our graduates, the commencement ceremony this afternoon is very important to us. Please help each graduate celebrate their success by refraining from using whistles, air horns, or noisemakers to allow each family the opportunity to hear their graduate's name called for recognition and honor as a graduate of Volusia Online Learning. Thank you from the class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the presentation of diplomas.
Catherine Mary Andrews, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to pursue a career in skilled medical care as a certified nurse assistant. Nadia Elise Aquino, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study criminal justice at Seminole State and be a detective. Ava June Bailey plans to pursue a career as a licensed esthetician. Tanner Jack Balish, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study psychology and law at Daytona State College. Savannah Renee Barboza, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to attend Daytona State College and pursue a career in the field of medical radiology as an ultrasound technician. Rylan Elizabeth Barnett, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study the arts at Daytona State College. Ivy Elizabeth Bond plans to pursue a career in hospitality management with an emphasis in culinary. Joseph Peter Campbell, cum laude, scholar designation, plans to study at Daytona State College to become a computer information technician. Allison Maribel Calandres Solis, summa cum laude, Florida Seal of Biliteracy, Gold, will be attending Stetson University to study English so that she can become an author. Angelina Marie Kaur, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study at Daytona State so that she can become a child psychologist. Allison Lynn Cox, cum laude, Industry Scholar Designation, Florida Seal of Biliteracy, Silver, plans to join the workforce as a preschool teacher. Isaiah Moses Cruz, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study criminal law at Stetson University. Victoria Marie Flores, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to become a radiology technician. Zion Linnell Forrest plans to attend truck driving school. Braylon Isabel Gardner, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study nursing in North Carolina and play college volleyball. Alejandro Reginald Gomes plans to play basketball in college or overseas. Veronica Elizabeth Handy plans to study at the University of Central Florida and study business. Ashana Lauren Harvey Plans to join the Army and study computers. Marin Elizabeth Harlock, Industry Scholar Designation. Plans to study Diagnostic Medical Sonography at Daytona State College. Roberenzi John Baptiste, Associate of Science recipient from Daytona State College, summa cum laude, Scholar Designation. Plans to study architecture at the University of Central Florida. Olivia Naomi Louise King plans to complete her Associate of Arts degree at Daytona State College. Britley Michelle Lang plans to study cosmetology at the International Academy. Kaylin Elizabeth Light, cum laude, plans to study nursing at Daytona State College. Alexa Rose Lively, magna cum laude, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to pursue interests abroad. Francesca Lee Manalo, Industry Scholar Designation, Scholar Designation, plans to study event management at Seminole State College. Mackenzie Page Morrow, plans to study cosmetology and welding at Daytona State College. Matthew Allen McCaw, plans to join the Air Force, Industry Scholar Designation. Kendra Marie Metzger, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to enroll in firefighter school. Cordero Adrian Moorer, summa cum laude, plans to go to trade school and work in construction. Savannah Christine Parker, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to attend Daytona State College and become an ultrasound technician. Candela Marie Perez, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to become an early childhood teacher. McCain Anderson Perry, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to attend Daytona State College and become a baking and pastry chef. Sophie Elizabeth Petrovich, summa cum laude, plans to join the workforce and raise bearded dragons. Medora Joy Potter, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study elementary education at the University of Central Florida. Francisco David Ramos, magna cum laude, Industry Scholar Designation, Florida Seal of Biliteracy Gold, plans to join the workforce and study business at Arizona State University. Jazabella Victoria Rodriguez, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to become a licensed realtor. Talon Nicole Ryman, plans to attend college to do sports massage therapy. Hami Eliel Sanchez Santiago, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to attend First Institute and produce music. Jason Joseph Sidlick, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study marine biology. Jayla Isabel Singh, magna cum laude, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to study forensic science and biochemistry at the University of Central Florida. Aiden James West, plans to pursue vocational studies and certifications toward a career as a licensed journeyman electrician. Madison Viola Young, Industry Scholar Designation, plans to complete her AA at Daytona State College. Annalise Corinne Gonzalez, summa cum laude, Scholar Designation, plans to complete her AA at Daytona State College and then study visual arts at the University of Central Florida. Sophia Jean Hazelbaker. Salutatorian, summa cum laude, industry scholar designation, plans to study criminology at the University of South Florida, St. Petersburg. Gabrielle Destiny Gargard. Valedictorian, summa cum laude, industry scholar designation, plans to study electrical engineering at the University of Central Florida.
Superintendent Balgobin, as principal of Volusia Online Learning, I certify that all members of this graduating class have completed the official requirements for graduation under the regulations of the Florida Department of Education and policies of Volusia County Schools.
Volusia Online, class of 2025, congratulations are in order. But before we do so, I would like to ask that Dr. Sirianni, his leadership team, and the entire VOL staff to please stand. Please stand. On behalf of our school board, our leadership team, our graduates here today, and their family and community members that are here in the audience, we would like to extend our sincerest gratitude, appreciation, and thank you for your commitment to our VOL platform. We have seen and experienced in the past few years continuous enhancement to that platform, and that's true commitment right there. So let's give them another big round of applause. Chair Haynes, as Superintendent of Volusia County Public Schools, and on behalf of the faculty and staff of our Volusia Online platform, I certify to you that all members of this 2025 graduating class are eligible to receive official recognition of their graduation.
On behalf of Volusia County Schools and by the authority of the school board, I hereby confer this recognition from Volusia Online Learning on each of you, and I congratulate you on this notable achievement. You've done a great job. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Congratulations once again, class of 2025. Graduates, please rise. In recognition of your achievement, you may now turn your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Volusia Online Learning class of 2025.